Hello, guys, and welcome back to my domain. And like always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate the thumbs up already. Happy to see you guys. You guys are really good to me. I don't know what to say. As soon as I, you know, jump on the live stream, you guys are here already, which is wow, so cool. Let me get some tea. Tea time. Usually this time I'll be sleeping, but I'm up. Hot tea. So today I'm here again sharing another story. I know it's gonna be weird, guys, because hey Slim, appreciate you. I see everybody tuning in, giving thumbs up already. Um, I just tuned in like a couple minutes ago. Already everybody's tuning up and showing love. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, today's story it's basically something that as I said, most of the time my topics is based on conversations that I had with friends or family member, whoever, and I kind of turn it into a story. I usually say that because sometimes people will be like, these stories are so wild, is it really true or is it possible? But yeah, guys, these are like things that are actually happening, like as we say. So today's story is gonna be just one, like any other story. This is what I do. I share this kind of story. Um, oh yeah, no problem. Just do you. I'm gonna be here for a while. You know that. So handle your business. Um, yeah. So first of all, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to my live stream, showing love. Make sure you stay here for at least a few minutes. Show me a little bit of love, and then you could do the back and forth thing. Now, heads up, guys. Today's story is just based on a struggle that a friend of mine is going through, and I guess when people are struggling with whatever they're struggling with, which most likely, guys, let me say this: almost everyone is struggling with something, whatever it might be, however it might be. Thank you, my friend. Happy to see you, vlog. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you for showing up. Like always, my friend. Okay, I see that you're back. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't really jump into the story. I wanted to wait for a while. Okay, yeah, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year in advance as well to you, my friend from the vlog world. Um, just be safe out there. Happy to see you guys. Appreciate the thumbs up like always. You guys, show a lot of love. So as I was saying about today's story, is just based on something that a person is struggling with inside, and most of us as people in general are struggling with something. God bless you always, sir. Yes, thank you, my friend. Happy to see you, and stay safe out there. It's a dangerous world, so we need to stay safe every single day because you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Like most people live in like a bliss, like in denial, but anything can happen at any time. That's just the reality. But anyway, for the story, yeah, today's story is gonna be just a short story. And really, I'm thinking like, should I stay on the live stream for a long time? I'm not really sure yet. This might just be a quick live stream. I just probably just gonna share the story with you guys, chit chat for a little bit, and then I'll just sign off pretty much. So it's 11 o'clock already here in New Jersey. I know everyone has different times. I see my friend Buzun is here. Buzuno. Appreciate the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. Happy to see you like always. I'm on live stream pretty much almost every night. Sharing stories with the world, with everyone, to say. So yeah, I'm preparing to share my story right now, but usually I wait for a few minutes for everyone to tune in. Um, yeah, I'm just probably gonna give it like a few more minutes before I start the story. I just want to say, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys' family is safe. Everyone is safe because right about now, that's all that really matters. safety come first. Let me set this stuff up. So how you guys doing? You guys are doing good so far? So far, so good. Yeah, earlier I was watching you know a movie. Not really a movie. It's like a series. People they always take like a couple minutes to just watch some Netflix. That's what I was doing. But I remember I had to do my Netflix thing, and also don't forget your live stream thing. So you have the Netflix thing I'm trying to catch up on, live stream. Yeah, just a little bit of everything. Right now I'm just like chit chatting. I'm trying to let the time go by so I could jump into the story when a few people are here, and I can just get to share it with you guys. So um, first thing first, guys. Today I didn't really find the time. Okay, I see that you're doing the back and forth thing. It's completely fine. I get it. It happens sometimes. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we're busy, which is okay. You jumping from place to place, showing different people love. Since I'm doing my live stream every day, every night, I don't expect for everyone to tune in every single night. So the fact that people are tuning in, it's just a big deal to me. I really appreciate that. So since I didn't have the time to go out and purchase any kind of chocolate, I have this one from before, and there's a couple of chocolate that I didn't really try. So I guess today I could get to taste those. Also, I have this single one that I found within my refrigerator. So it looks like this. And I had it before, so I know what it tastes like. Also, I found this one since I didn't purchase any. This one also in my refrigerator, so I pretty much could taste anyone. I'm not really thinking about like having like a lot of chocolate or anything like that. So for the most part, I'm not even worrying about that part. So it's okay. So guys, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, just watching for a few minutes, because I don't expect for everyone to stay for a long time. That's a good one. Well, yeah, I had those before, so I know they are good. But I'm just saying that I completely forgot. I was out all day, running around and stuff, and I completely forgot to stop and get some chocolate. But at least I have some kind of backup. So by all means, still I'll be able to have my chocolate, and you guys will be able to hear the story. I know most of you guys just wanted to hear what kind of story I'm sharing today. Um, as you guys are aware, I have a lot of stories, and I take notes and I share stories. That's what I do. So yeah, this was a story that pretty much happened like a while ago, and I took it down so I don't forget. And I get to share my stories with you guys. So if you guys like stories, story time, especially at this particular time. Okay, I see a few people are here. I just want to say thank you everybody for showing up. I see Blair is here as well. Thank you, Blair, for always showing up and showing love. Really appreciate the love that you guys have been showing. Yeah, as I said earlier, I was just doing the Netflix thing, and I just completely forgot about even the live stream. But it's almost the end of the month, and pretty much I'm just want to see this thing through. Like doing live stream every single day, has been a challenge for me, especially doing taste testing with chocolate every day. That's also has been a challenge for me. So thank you guys for giving me a thumbs up. Everyone who's here so far, I see everybody giving me thumbs up as well. So I don't know if I should wait a couple more minutes before I start sharing the story. Um, I see everybody. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate everyone who's giving me the thumbs up. As I said earlier, before some of you guys tune in, today's story is just basically about a guy who is feeling guilt. Hey, okay, I see my friend here, Rochelle. Rochelle, appreciate the love. I haven't seen you for a while. I know you've been doing live stream as well, and you've been a little bit busy. I've been to a few of your live stream, but because I'm here every day doing live stream, it's kind of hard to do the live stream thing. You know what I mean? To go to everyone's live stream. But when I get the chance, I'll definitely stop by your house and check stuff out. I am salty but good. Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear that you're salty. How you doing, Rochelle? So everyone's been good. I'm saying, listen, I'm here, and I just want to jump into this story because I don't really intend on staying on the live stream for a long time. I just want to relax because next week I'll be back doing the work thing. So for you guys that are here, I'm ready to share the story. Let me know if you guys are ready. Okay, I see everybody is here communicating and all that stuff. But anyway, usually I wait for a few minutes and I jump into the story. And I guess when other people show up, I'll just be able to fill them in with like a overall kind of situation. But anyway, today's story is based on some event, something that happened like, a week ago or whatever it is. Okay, let me just jump into it. So, um, a while ago, I received a call and we was chit chatting, finding out how things are, me and a friend of mine. And turns out that this friend of mine, had some guilt. And I said, so what happened? Like, what's going on? Why you have guilt? Why you feeling the way you feel? Says a little bit down. He was like, he's been having like crazy things, and he's saying that because he's like into the religious world, right? And he's saying that I have sinned and I'm going to hell, and he's saying all kinds of religious stuff. And I'm like, what did this guy do that was so wrong? And then he said that I commit some kind of sin, and I don't know what to do. I don't even know if I could tell my wife and all that stuff. And I'm like, listen, just tell me, what did you do? He said that he commit some kind of adultery or something like that. And I'm like, really? Because you a good Christian dude, you know what I mean? You believe in the faith of the Christian world. Because I have friends from all backgrounds, you know what I mean? I have friends who are from the Muslim faith. I have friends from the Christian faith, Buddhist faith, all kinds of faiths. You know what I mean? And even Rastafarian faith. I have friends from that. So even friends who believe in other stuff. But the thing is, for me, I'm like a gap that understands that at the end of the day, no matter what faith you have, the first thing you have to remember is that you are a human being, and everyone else is either your brothers or sister, because we all are connected. Like one world, one people. Once you have blood and you have the consciousness of a human being, that's it. You're the same. Anyway, that's said and done. So he has all these guilts, and he sounded real sad. So I was curious to know, like, what's going on? Like, why is he so down? And he's saying that he have sinned, and he don't know how to tell his wife. So I said, okay, break it down to me. Like, what's going on? Why are you feel like so much guilt on your shoulder? Like, why have you felt like you committed such a sin? Like, because I know you're not messing around on your wife or anything like that, because he's a good dude, he's a good guy. He's one of those guys that don't do that kind of stuff. And he was like, I was like, so what? Do you have like someone on the side or whatever, side piece, whatever? He said, no, it's nothing like that. I'm not a man of that kind of thing. I don't do stuff like that. So I said that you said it's adultery, and that means that, you cheating or something like that, right? And he was like, yeah, but for the most part, it doesn't have to do with him physically touching anyone. So I got curious. I'm like, how is it possible for you to sin if you're not touching anybody? You know what I mean? Like for me, I got confused because he was giving me pieces of the story. He wouldn't give me the whole story. So for me, that's what I do. Like whoever it is, once you call me up, or if I see you, we have a conversation. We talk about whatever it is, you know, whoever it is. Doesn't matter. Sometimes it's a stranger. I just like being a people person. I want to be a person for everyone. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter what your background is. You should be able to, if you speak English, of course, you should be able to sit and have a conversation with me peacefully. Because for me, I believe in peace, in love, in harmony. I don't like the negativity and the drama and the violence and all that stuff. That's not me. That's my domain. So doesn't matter what the religious background is. For me, I see first, which is peace and love and harmony. and the fact that we are all one people, brothers and sisters. So we're not supposed to judge each other and all that other stuff that goes with it. But anyway, let me jump into the stories. And so so basically, he's having all these guilt, and I just wanted to know what's going on, what's happening. You know what I mean? And because he's giving me pieces of the story, finally he came out and he said, well, let me tell you what happened. So he said lately, for the past few weeks now, his neighbor, she has a garden, right? And when she comes out, she water the garden, she flowers and stuff like that. I don't know, some houses, I don't know if you guys live in any properties like that or your houses like that where we're in the front lawn, you have like flowers, like a nice little garden in the front of the yard kind of situation, or front of the house. So that's what she has, and she always go there every morning because she's like a housewife, and she does stuff like that. But whenever he's going to work in the morning, he would see her. He said hi to her and all that stuff because that's a neighbor. So you're supposed to be nice to your neighbor by all means. Now the problem is that he is having every day when he's going to work, he happened to see that she's there doing her garden thing, whether it's water or what I mean. I don't know what they call it when you dig the dirt, whatever. She doing all that stuff, and she taking out all the those kind of rooted thing. I don't know what they call weeds or whatever. But anyway, she doing that kind of stuff, taking care of her garden, and every morning he would say hi to her, good morning, whatever it is, keep going to work. Turns out that in his head he's developing these thoughts. Now, we are all adults here. Hey, how you doing, Shorty? Appreciate you showing up, showing some love. So, we as people, whether it's a male female situation, we all understand thoughts and how sometimes if we keep thinking over and over and over, we start seeing our ourself acting out what we're thinking, because you could think about something a lot and you could make it come like into a reality, like you can make it happen if you think about it so much. So the reason why he says that he's cheated on his wife, because every single morning he's been seeing this neighbor, and I don't know what you look like, but apparently I don't know what the situation is, but every morning seeing her, after a while he feels like he likes what he sees kind of situation. But he never said anything. He never put it in action. But seeing her and thinking about all these crazy stuff makes him feel so guilty that he had to call, his friends up and be like, listen, you know what, this is what's happening. This is how I feel. I don't know what to do about it. I just got in and I would be nice. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, I seen the moon today earlier. With the what? Oh, with a halo. I seen the moon with halo multiple times, especially in the morning. I have seen this. Um, Quick story. I don't really want to jump from the story that I was sharing, but since this person bring up the moon thing, today, guys, is what we call a new moon. Now, if you know anything about what's going on up there in the sky kind of thing, you would know that new moon is when you see a full moon. Some people call it wolf moon because that's the kind of moon that the wolf would howl at it. I don't know why. And dogs also would see those moon. And basically those moon affects everyone, human beings, animals, and even plants, like all over the world, whatever a season it is, it affects the whatever you grow, the trees or the fruits or the plants, whatever roots. Full moon affects everything. So in most cultures, they reap their stuff that they grow based on a full moon, because that basically when it's a full moon, stuff is more, I don't know, it's like a whole process that goes with the full moon. Now, since I said that, let me get into the story. So earlier today, I went out. I've been, as I said, I've been everywhere. I've been doing a lot of driving today. So I went to Target to pick up some stuff, and on my way home, um, it was getting dark a little bit. Okay, it wasn't really, really dark, but it was getting dark, and I was driving home, and I didn't see the moon at that time, how big it was, and because it was pretty big. I was driving, and on the highway that I was driving, turns out that it was all kinds of hills and trees at the side of the road, so I couldn't see the moon. So I'm driving, and I'm not playing my music. Everything is turned off, and I'm just relaxing, just you know, driving a little bit fast, but however, driving. So I'm driving in the middle lane, no cars around me because I'm like way ahead, and all of a sudden, there's a little open area, and that moonlight shines straight in the car, and it shook me like really, really. I got scared because I thought that something was coming at me. Okay, perfect example. It's like you being in a train tunnel, and then you could see the light of the train. Even if you don't hear the noise, just the light of the train, you already get scared. Like, what? A train is coming? So that's kind of like what happened. That moonlight hits me today, and I was like, I got so shook. Like most people, they'd be like, I don't get scared of that kind of stuff. I'm not. Listen, first of all, everybody's scared of something, and everybody could get scared. Okay, you never watch Scare Tactics? It does happen. It doesn't matter if you're macho or not. You could get scared. It depends. So something simple like this scared me because I was relaxed, and that moonlight hits my window, and it comes in the car so bright that it shooks me, and I look like, what the hell's happening? Is something coming at me, like a car or whatever it is, because it was so bright. So what this person is talking about, they're actually right. The moonlight was pretty amazing. Now, I don't know if I'm thinking, if I knew, I probably could have did like a live stream out in nature, and you guys would get to see the moonlight, which is kind of be pretty weird, right? Because not only that, it's really cold outside, So even guys, if I wanted to go outside and share this amazing moonlight, like by the way, like if anyone who's here on my live stream, if you guys go outside, you would see the moon, how huge it is, and you would see the halo around the moon, which is pretty amazing, guys. I'm telling you, like these kind of phenomena, like a lot of crazy stuff been happening lately, whether it has to do with the moon, the sun, the other worlds that's out there, all kinds of stuff that's happening right now in the cosmos. But most of us, we don't pay that any attention. We are too much on the news and social media, so we are getting twisted and distracted from like the major things that's happening, like especially in nature, and what's people don't keep up with that kind of stuff. And even if something major were to happen out in the cosmos, people wouldn't really care. They're just more focused on what they could see in front of them, which by all means I think that's okay as well. But I was your friend. Okay, yeah, let me get back to the story. Because I drifted because someone asked about the moon situation. So I had to like share it. Hey, thank you, my friend. I see Jay Andrews here. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, my brother. Happy to see you. So jump back to the story, guys. Everybody see Jay is here. Show him some love. People really believe in the news. And listen, people don't really want to do anything about nature in general. Okay, Jay? Nature is the most important thing in the world. But no one, not maybe a few people, but the majority of people don't pay much attention to nature in general. So that's why when things are happening, they ignore it until when stuff starts falling apart. Then I guarantee you guys, then everyone is going to start panicking and crying and said, how did this happen? How did this happen? Meaning they see it happening, but when it get crazy, they say, how did this happen? I didn't notice it. It was right in front of you all along. But this is the reality that I'm telling you with, human nature. We don't act until something major happen in our life. Like a lot of us right now, even a lot of my friends here in the YouTube world, all have a lot of stuff going on inside. You know what I mean? I'm talking about major issue that we're struggling with every single day. For me personally, I think that's why, having a YouTube family is kind of important to me, because especially with everything that's happening in the I would say in my everyday life, sometimes you need a family that you guys can be on the same platform, because you might not have much control over everything else, but at least, here on your channel, you choose. It's kind of like a phone call. You have the choice to pick it up or not pick it up. So that's the same thing when you have a channel. You choose how you want your channel to be, what kind of content, who you want to talk to, who you want to block, unblock, share, all that stuff. That's just you creating what you want. But anyway, let me get back to the story, because Blair, she wanted to know more about this story. So I think I reached where, he was explaining to me that all these feelings that he was feeling inside, emotional feelings for his neighbor, which every day he would see her and he would have these thoughts in his head. He don't know how to deal with it. Now, by all means, for everyone who tune into my channel every day showing love, you guys know, because we all here on my channel, everybody is grown people, so we know what's up. Um, Anytime anyone is struggling with something, it's always important to get help. Now, when I say get help, I don't mean go to a professional, because everybody can't really afford going to a professional. Okay, that's just get the professional thing out the way, because not everyone can afford that. But you need to have someone that's mentally steady, that you can talk to, and they can listen to what you have to say, and they can encourage you and give you good advice. This is what you need. And these people have to be able to walk with you. I'm not talking about just someone that you could talk to. I'm talking about somebody that you could call and be like, listen, we need to hang out. You go and you do something with that person. Go to the beach, go to the mountains, maybe any little park, go to the river, go to the lake. Doesn't matter. Even it could be you go on top of the roof. So simple places, somewhere where you could get some fresh air, where you guys could sit and you guys could bond, and not necessarily talk about your problems, but talk about solutions, because everybody have problems. So you could talk about your problems all day, every day. But the key is to find solution. How can I fix these problems? And yes, if it's a problem, there's always a solution. You might not like the solution, but at least that's a solution, because it's like positive and negative. You know what I mean? So you're always going to have negative and you're always going to have positive. At the end of the day, that's your choice that you're making. So with my friend, he's basically struggling with these thoughts through his head. Now, you guys would agree with me. It is wrong to covet thy neighbor's wife. This is just the reality. Okay? So regardless of what you're thinking, it is wrong. As long as you know that it's wrong, I think that's the first step. Because a lot of people, they'll probably think that, oh, he's just thinking about it. He didn't put it in any kind of action, or he didn't do anything about it, so it's fine. But what I'm trying to tell you is that, listen, if you think about somebody and if you keep doing it, eventually you will act it out. That's just what they believe. It's just a high possibility. It's not necessarily a fact that you will act it out, because there's people that's been thinking about things for years and they never did it. You know what I mean? So But I'm saying, she says, why do some men have these thoughts? Ah, okay. Well, Blair. Uh, wow. That's a good question. Oh, wow. Okay. You see, Blair. Those questions. Those are some Steve Harvey. The kind of person that you want to ask, because Steve Harvey, that guy, he really knows some knowledge on men, and even some females too. He has a pretty good knowledge base on how to deal with these issues, and yeah, he knows some stuff basically. So for me personally, I would say, because the truth is, guys, it doesn't matter how happy the guy is. Um, from time to time, his mind or thoughts will wander, and he will think extra stuff that's there's no need for it. It doesn't matter what your religious background is. Every single man in general, they struggle, and most of the time the weak ones will fail. But most of the strong-minded men, they know what they want, they go after what they want, and they stick with what they want. So whether they're religious or not, once they know what they want, they'll stick with it and they'll fight for it. And no matter what comes around to try to distract them from what they want, they'll stay focused. Not every man is focused, because a lot of you guys here probably have some experience with, in your whole lifetime. Like everyone here is above, like 40, above 50 kind of situation. So you guys been through some stuff. It's not like when you guys was a teen. You guys been through some stuff. You guys actually learn a lot. And now that you guys are, I would say, mature, because that's what I think I am. I think I'm pretty mature now. I'm not young like we used to. So what I'm saying is that we learn a lot, and we should know what we want. So regardless if we have these thoughts, what I mean, the problem is for us to not act it out. Put it in action. That's the problem, because it's very easy to put in action. So what I'm saying is that even over 50, you already know, because I'm sure you probably had some I don't even know how to put it. I don't want to say drama, but you probably have some experience with guys that you'd be like, yo, these guys are, these men or whatever you want to call them, they're no good. Now, it's not all men you could put in this category saying they all are no good. But yeah, I would agree that there's a large majority of men in general have this thinking. I think this thinking is primitive thinking, childish thinking. These are the men that refuse to grow up, which most men do. They refuse to grow up. Hey, how you doing, kid? Jim? Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, Jim. So, what I'm saying is that it's not easy, guys. Ain't nothing but a dog. Well, Slim, the dog situation, I've been hearing that for quite some time, but it's not always good to put every single man in this one, package, because it's more complicated than that, guys. However, I'm just saying that men in general are struggling with their thoughts. So for them to not think crazy stuff is for them to not be in the environment to lead them to think crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Because once they're in the environment, okay, for instance, a guy who goes to a club, a guys who go to a beach or any disco, a bar, wherever it is, it's like 90 to 100% chance that you will find multiple guys that their thoughts is going crazy. Not even with alcohol, because when you add alcohol, it's even more. That's why I don't really drink, and I don't really do anything to corrupt my thoughts, because I'm already struggling as a regular dude trying to do the right thing. And there's always some kind of pressure and some kind of temptation at any given moment. So for me, I just tried my best to not put myself in these positions, because once you find yourself in these positions, it's very difficult to get out of it. So yes, for most men, Blair, I would say, are struggling, and the only way to answer your question, because I have to go around the mountain to give you the answer for the question that you ask. To answer the question is that the only way that I think that a man can not have these thoughts is to stay in a certain environment. The environment is the key for them to not have this thoughts, because if they're at the club, like I said, or the beach, or hang around places where you find a lot of I don't know what you call those, hoochie mama, whatever you want to call those people. If you a lot of those people around, you'll find that men will often think these ways. So for me personally, I think environment plays a key role with not have these thoughts, because the question that I did not ask my friend Blair is this lady who every day comes out her house to take care of her garden. Um, what did she look like? What was she wearing? Now, I didn't want to, ask these questions, because for someone to notice a lady or a woman, she has to be wearing something to get attention. That's just my thoughts, okay? Don't chop me up, don't break me. I'm just saying. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me see what over 50 said. Well, yeah, by all means, over 50, watching, looking, listening, all those stuff has to do with what goes through your mind and what stays there and what corrupt your thinking. So yeah, over 50, you're right. I think that's the reality of men and thinking, because men have a hard time. Well, I don't think only men, because from my experience, women actually does that a lot, but woman is different. Women, they watch everybody. They watch men and they watch women. For men it's a little bit different. Most men would more focus towards just the woman. They're not really looking at other people. So men need. Well, the blinders situation with men, since men in general is visual guys, like meaning they like to see. Ask any guy this, they'll tell you seeing is a big deal when it has to do with guys. And when they're choosing a car, a house, any furnitures, when it has to do with a mate, like anything, seeing is a big part of it. For most women, it's more about feelings. So they don't really care about what they see that much, maybe a little bit, but it's more about what they feel. They go more with the feelings. So I would say you're kind of right. I think us men, need to figure out a way to just like stay focused and not drift and look at things that you shouldn't be looking at. A man, a woman, temptation. That's true. That's right. It doesn't matter how you look at it. For men, you know, um, especially if you're single. Like if you're single, you're looking everywhere. I'm just saying that if you have someone, doesn't matter, if you have a girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever it is, you should not be looking elsewhere. That's all I'm saying. So, by all means, if you're looking elsewhere, eventually, if you get the opportunity to be elsewhere, you're going to be elsewhere. These are just the reality. These are the facts. This is what goes together. Because when people are looking, they're looking for an opportunity. And soon as they see an opportunity, they will drift towards the opportunity. So that's why they're looking. But someone who stay focused and not looking, for the most part, those people, they don't need anything. They're focused. They have what they have. They know what they have. They don't want anything else. At the end of the day, they know what they're going home to. You know what I mean? Most women, they don't have someone like that. You know, it's such a, yes. It is rude, you know, for a man to look at another woman, especially when he has his own. Like, whether it's your wife or not. Um, I know it goes both ways, because but people don't really pay much attention to a woman looking, because women do look as well, and they probably look more than men. But I think women will look, but not thinking necessarily that, okay, they want to leave their husband or leave their boyfriend or anything like that. um and the ones who do, they're probably looking for a better opportunity, just like the men, you know what I mean? So but what I'm saying, if you have to put up like a challenge, you know, like 10 men against 10 women situation to see, you would find that there's probably going to be more men who would want to look and drift away. You know, like they have all kinds of TV shows these days about temptation and all that stuff. So because they know that it's very easy for people to get tempted, especially if you know, like, okay, for instance, if you know what a guy's, I would say, what he likes, what kind of car he likes. If you were to park that car in front of the person's house, I promise you that he will go outside to look at that car. Remind you, it's not his car. But if you know what he likes and you put it right in front of his house or right in front of his job or wherever it is, he will go and look at it. Now, most person, I would say, they wouldn't really care that much, to be honest. You know what I mean? They would just look and keep going. But what I'm saying is, like, when you take the time to focus your attention towards that thing that you like so much, that's the problem. You know what I mean? When you give it that kind of attention. So Blair, your question is difficult to answer. Um, wow. Okay, Blair, you're coming with the questions, man. You know, you need to slow it down, because your question, I told you, you need to be on like the Steve Harvey show, and you need to ask like Steve Harvey those kind of questions, because your question is kind of deep, Blair. Um, let me see. Wow. Let me see. Is it possible to not have a like lustful thinking and just look at a woman? Um, well, Blair, to answer your question personally, um, I think for me personally, because I could mostly speak for myself, because you'll find many men, they'll lie for just for fun. You know, they just, it's like a job for them. Lying is just natural. But you know, yeah, I don't need to lie to anyone, so I keep it 100. So for me personally, I would say it depends on what the woman looks like. Because to look at a woman and not having any kind of lustful thoughts, it depends on what she look like. Like, okay, everyone has a preference. You know, everyone, no matter who it is. Some women like tall, dark, handsome, built. Sometimes they like guys with nice color eyes, nice lips, big beard. You know, some people like the long hair. Some people like the built body, like some the rock kind of built. Some people don't like so much muscle. Someone just like someone slim, whatever, slim cut. Someone like a little guy with a little chubbiness. So everyone has their preference, right? So what I'm saying is that if someone is not what I go for, like a preference for me, I could look at them and not having lustful thoughts. Like, for instance, if I have a friend and we've been friends from day one, and I don't have any feelings towards this girl, I just see her as a regular girl, yes, I would see her more like a sister. When you see your sister, your aunt, your mom, you mean your cousins and all that stuff, that's natural. It should be like a family feeling. It shouldn't be anything more than just family. So no, Steve Harvey's the only can give. This is Steve Harvey is listen, Blair. Listen, I not only, I'm a big fan of Steve Harvey. I don't really watch his show, but all his motivation speech and all that stuff. Big fan of that. I just like the way he puts stuff together. It's very easy for you to understand. Kind of like for me, I like listening to TD Jake. The way he talks, it does make sense. I like to listen to Farrakhan. The way he talks does make sense. I listen to this young guy. His name is Dr. Umar. Um, and Dr. Umar is a little bit on the aggressive side. But I do listen to what he says. And some of the stuff that he's saying, I agree with. Other stuff I don't agree with. You know what I mean? So for depends on the person. But all these guys, they're good with answering like questions, like mega question, like the kind of question that Blair was asking me. It wasn't easy to answer these questions, but because I cannot speak for all men, and I only can speak for me. But most people don't like Steve Harvey. But I'm just telling you that he knows what he's talking about. You got to give him credit. He's coming from the bottom, and he made it to where he is. You have to be happy for people that is coming from anything. Like even the rapper guys, a lot of rapper like Jay-Z and those guys, that's coming from like the bottom, and Jay-Z making millions now. He's probably gonna make billions of dollars as time goes on. Like you got to give these guys credit. You don't know what they have to do to get to the platform where they are. So you have to give them credit. We here working our 9 to 5 jobs, we can't even imagine what these guys are going through. So yeah, somebody said they're not a big fan of Steve Harvey. I'm just saying that you got to give him credit. And if he's speaking facts, you got to say, okay, the truth is the truth. Remember, you cannot say if he's saying something that's a lie, or if he's speaking something, with no evidence or anything like that, you got to say, listen, man, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not true. But if he's saying something and it's accurate, because most of the times, the things that he says about men and their behavior, I guarantee you that, Slim and Blair, especially you guys that are listening, you would find out that most of the times what he's saying is like maybe 90% accurate, maybe 95% accurate. So it's just a slim chance that it might not has to do with all men, but probably most men. So that's just the whole situation, because you can't put all men in one box, because men come in all shapes and size, and while they might have the same drive, you'll find them different mentality based on their upbringing, based on their feelings. These are just a human nature thing, upbringing and feelings. That's what create us as people in general. My mom is always good for the most part. My mom, she watches my videos. My dad watches my videos. Yeah, sometimes even my kids watch my videos. They don't want to be on video, but they watch it. But the thing is, my brothers watch my videos, sisters watch it. So I get love. Even my friends, they support what I'm doing. So yeah, the good thing is that here I have a platform to just, share with you guys whatever. I didn't single you and Blair out. I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? You gotta bear with me, okay? Let me see what's going on. What did I miss? Steve, I can't. So this is okay. Yeah, Blair, this is my platform, and I don't know. I think I missed something. Hold on. Oh yeah, Blair. Actually, for me, I have a lot of friends, and they call me from time to time with whatever issue they have, which is always good to have friends who, and most of them they're not even watching, so that's why I know who which story to share because they're busy with their family and listen, taking care of the household, all that stuff. It's not easy for those guys, so I know they don't watch my live stream. But my small videos, if it's like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever, they'll watch. But they are not gonna watch the live stream. Live stream is too long. Live stream is more like my mom, dad, maybe my brothers, and a couple of my friends. They'll watch for a couple minutes. But they're not gonna watch the full thing. So for you guys that are here, you guys are special friends of mine. I would say, like if I could give you guys $1 million, all you guys that's right here, right now, watching, you guys would all be winners. So that's what I'm saying. If I ever hit the lottery, I would do like a crazy surprise like that. Like, I would give my friends too, you know what I mean? Like small change. But I'm just saying for everyone who's here on my live stream, who've been supporting me from day one, if I win the lottery, I don't really play it that much, but once in a blue, I'll just, play it for fun. But if I ever were to win, I'm just saying, guys, by all means, I would definitely bless, some of you guys because you guys always support me and I really appreciate that. Yeah, but yeah, today was a hot topic, but I think if anything, after I get off the live stream, I might just go outside for a little bit um, and watch the moon for maybe a couple minutes. Then I get because it's really cold outside. I don't want to be outside for a long time, but just to appreciate something small like the moon shine, and it's so bright and so big. You don't really see it that often. So I might do something like that. Might even make a video, upload it tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, but guys, you guys been here for a while, on and off, especially over 50s here, brother. Okay, yeah. It's been a while. I know, over 50 got to get some rest. And also, I'm not on live stream for this late, but I'm just doing it anyway. I just want to say, Blair, Slim, over 50, everybody that's here, Shorty, all you guys that tune in today, show me love. I really appreciate